Welcome to part 11 of Blaster Master 02. We are officially now in the endgame and we're playing as Eve in sprite form. Adorable sprite form. She's so tiny. You only get to play as Eve if you help out the other MA pilots and achieve their emblems. If you don't, on the other hand, well, bad shit happens. You fight Planet G and just like it did before, you fight it, you defeat it, it explodes, and the three get separated. But Eve dies. And Jason dies. And Fred dies. And the universe dies. Man, that's dark. Leibniz and the Earth somehow make it through though, but it's only a matter of time before the Earth kicks the bucket. And Leibniz is, well, Leibniz. He doesn't care about shit. The gameplay of Eve is less focused on blasting and more focused on platforming. And the top-down sections are a bit more of a puzzle, but not by much. Eve does have a method of attacking though, and it sucks. It sucks hard. The gauntlet on her right arm called iHex, she can slap mutants with it. Yeah, that's about it. She also has a Max Payne style slowdown move, complete with a kitty. And that's really useful. But going back to her slap move, you could have done so much more with her attack. She's got a big ass gauntlet on her arm. Why not chokeslam mutants? Or do what the Ninja Turtles did in TMNT 4 and just have her slam the mutants on the ground repeatedly until they explode. That would have been awesome. That may sound unbelievable, but the whole finale is unbelievable. Why don't you over-embellish with Eve?
Everything is kinda foggy, but am I fighting the mutants? My body feels light. What is this power? Considering the damage done by the mutant cells, my body shouldn't even be functioning without getting energy from G Sophia. Yet here I am, moving freely outside G Sophia. I have no idea how it's possible, but now I can purify the mutants. There's so much I don't understand, but I've got no time to think. With this power, I can save Jason.
You sure can. But actually a better idea is, why doesn't Eve have any sort of weapon, like a blaster rifle, or some sort of pistol? That's a good idea. In fact, she actually does find a blaster rifle later on, but she can't use it because it's broken. That blaster rifle is more of a story element than an actual tool. It just pops up. Alright, so Eve is less than stellar during the actual gameplay, but what about the plots? No, not that plot, I'm talking about the story plot. She's kick-ass. Just imagine her going from unsure of herself and practically dying to Ellen Ripley levels of badass, if Ellen Ripley were to be put in some sort of ridiculous anime. Granted, Eve always did have this tough persona underneath the sweetness, but they didn't really focus on that in the first Zero game. And when they got to the tough girl persona, Jason had to save her. Now the roles are reversed. Jason's the one that needs saving, and Eve is the only one who can save him. Talk about a two-way relationship. The side-scrolling parts with Eve are more annoying than the top-down sections, because the enemies take a million goddamn hits with the slap move. You can mitigate it a bit with the Max Payne move to slow them down, but they just take too long to kill. I don't even think they die at all. Yeah, I don't know why Eve's spirit animal is cat. Especially considering she's an android from a completely different planet and a completely different galaxy. Apparently cats are just about as universal as Game Gears. Or that might just be a euphemism for something really R-rated. Pussies, okay? Jason's after that pussy. There, I said it. Or the pussy is after Jason in this case, because who knows what happened to Jason? He could be face down in a ditch somewhere. Crude jokes, I know. I mentioned this before that this is probably my most vulgar commentary ever. But I like Eve for more than what she just looks like. And her strange choice of feline symbolism, I guess. You want to be careful with these mother brains and these amoeba enemies because they hurt. They hurt a lot. And Eve can't shoot for shit. She can't even shoot at all. Your best course of action is running away from the mutants. Oh wow, that's nice. I want to kill the mutants, not run away from them. be careful on the platforming segments here. Eve skipped a whole bunch of leg days, just like Jason, and she too will break her ankles if she drops too far. And Eve's death animation's kinda disconcerting. At least with Jason it's hilarious, he does a 450 spin and then falls on his back. Eve, on the other hand, fucking disintegrates. And I think it's a straight up reference to Infinity War based on how she disintegrates. The purple water is toxic. Don't touch it. There will be these little water spouts that are purification things, I guess. You can actually hit those and purify the water. Oh, this is fucking fantastic. Why is the mother brain in my goddamn way? I'm trying to get out of here. And now I'm having a slap fight with this mutant, but it's taking 1,000 hits. What is going on here? This is why Eve needs a gun. A gun! She can't handle this shit on her own. And that mother brain was not even supposed to be there. It started off sitting on top of the crawl space I needed to get through. I had to restart from the previous checkpoint, which was 3 screens ago. Wonderful. Where's the mother brain? It's not even there now. Stupid. Believe it or not, we got a boss fight coming up. With Eve. Without a tank. Capel. He's like the Mario Bros. 2 boss fight with Fry Guy, except way creepier. It bounces around the arena like a basketball. You have to get to the topmost platform and push a box onto it. Whenever it takes damage, it will split into multiple beings. You don't have to worry about fall damage here because whenever you jump up, the platforms will disappear, and you'll just fall into water regardless. The boss fight starts out easy, but you'll eventually come across multiple balls bouncing around the arena. Behold, 2 Capels. Generosity is on your side as health pickups spawn regularly. And not only that, use the max pain move to slow time down, thus slowing Capel down, making him easier to hit. And yes, I am going to keep calling this move the max pain move because I forgot the official name for this thing. It doesn't matter what size the ball is, getting hit by Capel no matter what does 1 bar of damage. The developers knew that getting up these platforms can be tricky. Still wish I had a better way of defending myself though. Oh well, maybe we'll find G Sophia eventually. Here's a bit of foreshadowing here. Capel turns into stone once defeated. I wonder how this is gonna pop up later on. There we go, 3 more hits. And knowing this boss fight is probably going to be the most difficult 3 hits because Capel bounces like crazy here. I seriously want to know what Eve's powers are. Like, what? She can slow down time and shit. Was she Neo? Was it Jason's technology he gave to Eve for her to survive that gives her the powers of time stop? Or is it Eve herself? Nobody knows. They don't explain it. I'm just going to chalk up her random superpowers to Eve is a space wizard. Just give her a pointed hat and a staff and there you go, space wizard. The beard is optional though. Actually on second... No beard. Don't do the beard. A space wizard would make a good costume though. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Eve's default getup she's wearing right now, that would make a good Halloween costume for women. And yes, I did say that because there's a body horror aspect going on. That's perfect for Halloween. One side of your skin is blue? Come on. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Eve's outfit designs from 1 and 3, but the costume in 3 is literally the costume from 1, except there's a window open. So, anybody who wants to cosplay as that, you might want to reconsider. I still find it weird how Eve's chest area just conveniently gets bigger as she gets sick. Yeah, that's Inti Creates' way of making Eve a bit more fanservice-y than she was intended to be. But still, it's Inti Creates. And also, Eve is not just a fanservice-y character by nature, even though it may look like she is. She's an extremely well-written character at the same time. Eve's a badass, she's smart, she's girly, but she's not your typical girly girl. She hates the kitchen, she can't cook, so it'll be safer for her to be in the tank rather than the kitchen. And she does have her occasional weaknesses of being the damsel in distress, but that's mainly due to her badassery. In the first game, Eve did not want to be rescued by Jason. She was going to blow herself up to keep Earth and Jason safe, but Jason, being the badass he is, he was not putting up with that shit. And it's been a while since I've read the original book, but I think Eve was even more of a badass in that one, despite being captured halfway through it. The characterization for Eve was a bit more fish out of water in the book, sure, but she knew how to drive the tank, whereas Jason did not, and he had to learn from Eve. Though the banter between Jason and Eve in the book left a lot to be desired. It felt childish. And yes, it's a book for kids, I know. But it came across as too juvenile. Eve kept messing up every figure of speech imaginable, and Jason was like tired of her shit. One of the conversations stood out. It was Eve saying, "I can't bore the thought." She obviously meant, "I can't bear the thought." And then Jason, annoyed, just says, "Bear." And Eve was like, "Where?" Expecting an actual bear. 10 out of 10 writing. The book from 1990 is less than perfect. Honestly, it's probably not even that good anymore, but it has a charm all of its own. Anyway, we got a major dungeon here, and this one is actually kind of tough because we got a lot of fast shooting bullets here. Not here, but the room coming up. There are a lot of turrets that shoot quickly. The walls will protect you, but if you're out in the open, the tried and true Max Payne move, which I believe is called the Unchained DDF, that's the official name for it, use that and it will work just fine. I don't even know what DDF stands for in this case. I actually don't even know what the thing on Eve's arm IHIX stands for. Speaking of IHIX, the overhead sprite at least maps the IHIX to Eve's right arm and only her right arm, instead of whatever arm is facing the player. You know, old school and retro style games mirror the sprites whenever you turn the characters around. A lot. God damn it, Knives, where are your highlights supposed to be? You're confusing me! The target is behind an invincible wall. Proceed to shoot the invincible wall. Fail to destroy the invincible wall. You think? These turrets suck at their jobs. I lost my cool there for a second. For this room, you have to knock out these blobs on the wall in order to proceed. There are 4 total. And they shoot back too. Wonderful. At least with Eve's slap move, it's short range, yes, and it does shit damage, but you can deflect bullets. Which is something, I guess. It's kind of like Darth Vader deflecting Han Solo's blaster in Empire Strikes Back, except nowhere near as cool. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Area Omega is a strange place in time and space. Really didn't mean for it to rhyme, but I'm going with it. After Planet G exploded, the gateway to Sophia turned into a black hole. And instead of the crew of G Sophia getting pulverized by a black hole, they just got sucked into a realm called superdimensional space. And superdimensional space is a very, very, very fucked up reality. This is the universe the mutants call home, and there is one particular mutant that's in charge, sending all of these mutants to normal space. We gotta take him out. With the power of Kitten Bullet Time. Oh! Cat-like reflexes. Oh, I'm an idiot. Now I know why Eve has the cat motif with this move. It's literally Eve slowing down time because time is slower for cats and therefore they react super quickly. Therefore, cat-like reflexes. I don't know, I just pulled that out of my ass, but I'm going with it. I'm still holding on to that cat euphemism from earlier though. The developers, or at least the artists, had that in mind when they were designing Eve's looks. Well, actually 100% the artists. And then Inti creates okayed it. Ah, crap. Didn't I fight you as Jason? Anyway, Dick Roller returns here, and it's actually kind of easier with Eve because he can just knock stuff into his mouth and it does extra damage. He's still got his usual bag of tricks from earlier. The extra enemies, the eyeball attacks, the slow-acting laser. I'm sorry, am I boring you, Dick Roller? You're yawning! Use the Unchained EDF whenever his eyeballs glow in order to stun him. Does not do damage though, it just stuns him. The problem with the DDF is it takes a while for this thing to actually go off, and therefore it makes the boss fight even longer. Wow, that didn't even count as a hit? I already missed the blaster rifle. I can't do extra damage on the side. I'm just sitting around doing nothing. There we go. I would have thought to make Eve moonwalk during these segments, but I wasn't thinking about that. And yes, Eve can moonwalk. It's not an actual moonwalk, it's Eve going backwards in her walking animation. It's the strafe button, basically. But the way Eve walks, it may as well look like a moonwalk regardless. And it's pretty funny. Still not as funny as Simon moonwalking. Up the stairs, no less. But still hilarious in its own right. I did not give this guy a chance to fire his laser, because he doesn't deserve it. And there we go. I'm genuinely surprised the sandworm did not even try to make an attempt to eat Eve. But then again, she is an android, and I doubt there's any meat on her to enjoy.
A broken blaster rifle? But this isn't Jason's. What's it doing here?
And that was when my heart dropped suddenly. Because I found the blaster rifle, and I was like, yes, finally, Eve got... Oh, wait, it's broken. No. I'm stuck with this stupid slap attack. But no, we do find something later on. Later on, as in, as soon as I exit this door, because the part is coming up right now. And we're going to say hello to an old friend. Who's not really a friend. Especially towards Eve. He's a flat-out dick towards Eve. But we're about to see this asshole in a couple of seconds.
Your struggles are meaningless, you defective doll. Looking for your precious Jason? There's no way he's still alive.
GARUDA! Leibniz, how did you get here?
Who knows? What does it matter? Knowing won't change anything. Because I'm going to crush you right here and now.
Oh, great. How am I even supposed to fight you?
Huh? Is that... No way!
Hey, what do you think you're...
What's happening? Did we find the Holy Grail? Oh, it's another tank. Great.
Behind GARUDA, another metal attacker appeared, alongside a lone girl. Are you MA pilots? Nice to meet you. My name's Elfie. I'm this MA support droid. I'm Sophia the Third support droid Eve. What are you doing here? Well, while fighting some mutants, we got swept up and sent to this interdimensional space. Then we encountered a mutant cocoon and... What's a mutant cocoon? A mutant even more powerful than a mutant overlord. Much more, in fact. It damaged our MA, and I became separated from my partner, so I repaired our MA, and now I'm waiting for him here. Her partner, that blaster rifle I found, could it be? I handed her the blaster rifle. This is Roddy's! I see, so he's already... Elfie. Even though I repaired our MA, it was already too late.
Stop that. Right now. I can't listen to this. You damn mechanical dolls. Acting like you're human beings. I can't stand it. I won't take it. I'll tear you apart. Both of you.
How sad. So you lost your partner too. I understand your sadness, but even though we feel the same, you want to take it out on Eve?
You're wrong. I didn't lose her. I threw her away. That doll.
So you won't admit it. In a way, that's even sadder.
Who do you think you are? What do you know about sadness? How could you know? You have no emotions. No heart. No soul. You're nothing but puppets.
But we do. After all, that's all I am now. That soul is all that's left of me.
What?
You're a spirit? Yeah, something like that. You see, I was injured while fighting the mutant cocoon. I finished repairing our MA, but by the time I could no longer...
That's ridiculous.
Since you're inside your MA, you should be able to tell, right? You won't pick up any readings from me.
What? But that's impossible.
What you and I have been through, to impose that on someone else, even as she is right there, watching over you.
How do you know about Lucia?
Please don't deny her life and time with you.
You, Eve, you have them, don't you? The interplanetary all-purpose markers from the other MAs.
Huh? Do I have something like that? As I spoke, I remembered. The items we received from the MA pilots we met throughout our journey.
Those markers can create a wormhole directly to their MAs from anywhere in the universe. Don't you dare lose them. Until you find Jason, at least.
Leibniz, are you...
I know. You don't have to say it. I'm leaving now. I've got something I need to take care of.
Take care of?
It's nothing for you to worry about. Shouldn't you be thinking about Jason instead?
As he said that, Garuda flew off into the distance. Yay, that's fabulous. I'm so glad you made up. Oh, Eve, would you take our MA for us? Huh? You need it, don't you? In order to complete your mission. I can't operate by myself anymore. Elfie. Got it. I'll happily accept it. Good. Please take it. I'm glad I got to see you before the end, Eve. May bravery guide you. With that, Elfie disappeared from sight.
Oh god, what is happening right now?
This vehicle's inventor is the same as Sophia the Third's. They're sisters. Thanks to Elfie, it's equipped with a bunch of additional modules. However, since the frame is damaged, the Excel Blast is currently locked. Basic operations are the same as the Sophia series. Alright, I shouldn't have any problems piloting it. Elfie, thank you. It's an honor to use you and Roddy's metal attacker. Nora MAO2. Let's see its name. Here we go, Andrea.
Finally, Eve is in a tank, and we can destroy things with reckless abandon now because tanks are just that damn awesome. And so is Eve. Even though her on-foot gameplay is not as awesome, just give her a blaster rifle the next time. Next part's going to be the finale.